This operation is a national scandal.
The police seem to have restricted my access.
We can't publish this. It could blow up in our face.
The government abandoned me. Am I supposed to leave him out there to rot?
Wow, we go. Oh, this is cool. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Josh, Daniel, how are you? Greetings from Las Vegas.
Thank you. Yeah, good to see you. Greetings from Paris.
Are you really in Paris?
Paris, and Daniel's in Montreal, so we are properly international right now.
Oh, that is so cool. I've been to both cities. I'm in Las Vegas, so we're an international interview today.
Totally.
Exactly.
And get this, Josh. I think the last time we spoke was in 2001 for Pearl Harbor. We were on the USS Stennis, the aircraft carrier.
Right.
Wasn't that a ridiculous day? I mean, it was so hot. It was like a 12-hour day, interviews. There were little huts set up everywhere on the deck of the aircraft carrier. I mean, I've never had a junket like that since.
No, it was really, really strange. And I'm sure, whoa, I'm sorry. There we go. I'm sure that aircraft carrier will probably have to be renamed now. John C. Stennis was not a big proponent of civil rights.
Oh my God.
Everything's going crazy. Everything's upside down, and yeah, everything getting renamed. But I think we did talk for Resurrecting the Champ too. But yeah, it's been a while, so it's good to talk to you too.
Good to see you. Yeah.
This movie has everything. It has investigative reporters. It has drug deals. It has drug addicts. It has action, adventure, and making it a true life event. Also, these things actually happen makes it even more incredible. So how did you, I guess, Daniel, how did you come across this story at the first time?
Well, after my first feature, I did a small horror movie for my first feature. And I remember at the time, a good friend of mine really liked my film, but he said, it's cute, it's fun, but why don't you find a real, true, good topic to spend time on? Because it takes a long time to get a movie made. And he's like, why don't you find it something serious? And I was like, my scanner was on, and I came across this story in a newspaper. I read an article about it, and that's 2006. Obviously, this story happened in 1989, but people have been talking about it over the years many times. And there was a summary of what happened in that newspaper column, and I just immediately saw it. I saw the movie. I even saw the structure of the 3 points of view and how I would make it the first time I read that article.
And I assume, Josh, playing the investigative reporter attracted you to the role because of, the drama and the true life events and the aspect of the character?
Definitely. The drama of the script was the initial hook for me. And then I spoke to Daniel, and Daniel's passion for the project, his obvious, the time that he'd spent on it, but his obvious sort of knowledge of and borderline obsession with bringing this to the screen was the thing that really hooked me and made me want to be a part of it. And then once Daniel and I spoke and decided to do it together, he invited me up to Toronto to meet Victor, the actual real life character who I play, the real life guy. And Victor brought me into his world, showed me what he was doing at the time, showed me pictures of his family from the time, brought me to his favorite sandwich shop from the time. Brought me to the Globe and Mail. I got to see where he used to have a desk, and got a real sense of what his world was about at the time. And I was fully involved by that point. And then we had to wait for 3 years to actually make the film because the budget fell apart. There was an actor who fell out, and it all sort of came back together 3 years later in a truly kind of, I think, the perfect way it could have come together, and so that now we're here finally talking about it. But for Daniel, this has been 13, 14 years of working on this.
Well, I was going to say, Daniel, you were so dedicated to this project that you deferred your director's salary to keep the movie afloat and to keep it on track and budget.
So you read something about it. All right.
I do my work. Yeah, I do my homework.
Yeah, that's good. Yes, I did. This was supposed to be my second feature. It's my fifth. So it took a lot of perseverance, and I guess I just really wanted to do it. And along the way, we did lose a huge investor that was on the movie, and the budget kind of went down. And I was paid as a writer to write it, and at one point, it was either me and the producers, we just put our salary back in the movie, or we just don't do it, because we had to travel to Thailand, and it bringing the crew, and we did it for about $5 million US. So it's a low budget for the scope of the movie, and for that to work, I was willing to do it. So I just didn't get paid to shoot it, but I get paid on other stuff. I'm fine.
And I'm going to butcher his name, but Josh, your co-star, is just absolutely amazing. What a talent. Antonio, how do you say his name?
Antoine Olivier Pilon.
See, there's no way. I took Spanish, 5 years of Spanish. I'm from Vegas, so I could never pronounce that. Yeah, he was just unbelievable in his transition in his character. To go from an addict to a family man. There was that one scene where Jim Gaffigan gave him drugs for the first time in 6 months, and he had a tear coming down his eye. I just was like, that scene just defined the whole movie.
Yeah. No, he's fantastic. Sorry.
Super talented guy. Super talented young actor. He's going to do really, really well, I think.
Yeah, I really love him too. And he was a kid actor. He started when he was very, very young. So he's got a lot of experience. People don't know him because he was in French Canadian movies, but this is his first movie in English, and I think he's gonna get out there because he's really fantastic. I agree with you.
And you said you shot the movie in Thailand, and that prison fight was pretty amazing, because you're a fan of handheld cameras, aren't you, Daniel?
Of who?
Of handheld cameras, because there's a lot of handheld. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had made this decision that this movie was going to be all handheld, 100% of it. And it's just a decision that I made for style, and also for the way we're going to shoot the movie. You can ask Josh, he could never leave set. We didn't have any movie lights on this film, and we were just changing angle in about 1.5 minutes, and just shooting the scene over and over again in different angles. And it was a way to spend time with the actors, to play with the scene and try different things. And it's very convenient to get performances as the first priority in the movie, and also give some kind of an energy to it. And I really like the way it came out.
Yeah. Daniel did such a great job conceptualizing this film. It could have been done a million different ways, and if you were focused more intensely on the period aspect of it, and like trying to do something with the camera that felt like it was really showing the scope of all the period attributes that you had. Like if you wanted to do like long sweeping shots to show like the magnificent cars you had from the 80s and things like that. Like some directors would be really interested in that, because I think it gives it the authenticity it needs. It would take half the day, and Daniel knew like we had to do this quickly, we had to do this dirty, and it had to be done. It had to be done on the fly. And for him to put this movie together, the original cut was over 3 hours long, and it was all filled with content. He shot so much beautiful film and so many great scenes, and was able to do that in 40 days for $5 million. It's very, very, very rare for someone to be able to do that.
And Daniel, I thought, Jim Gaffigan, for casting this guy, I'm like, he's known as a comedian, a family guy. I go, this is all wrong. And within 10 minutes of his character's introduction, it's just, you completely can't see him in anything else. He's the most swarthy, low-handed guy. And I had no idea he had such dramatic chops.
Well, it's funny you say that, because when I watched what Jim does as a comedian, it was my first instinct to cast him in that part. Because ever since I wrote that character, I thought it would be very hard to play, because he needs to be very charming and then very scary. And very early on, I was thinking, I think I need some kind of a comedian to play that part, because comedians have that ability to, I guess, charm you very, very quickly with their personality. And if that person can flip and become unpredictable, I think we have something. And I remember somebody talked to me about Jim for another part, but when I saw his work, even though it's a completely different thing, I thought this would be amazing as the Glenn character. And yeah, it was fun to do.
Well, they're wrapping me up here, and I just wanted to say real quick, Josh, with your character, you know, he's cocky, he puts his family in danger to get his story, but he doesn't want to hit the cat with a car. So I thought that really he had a soft side too.
Yep, that's it. That's why I chose the film.
He's got a big heart for animals.
You were like, whoa, a little cat. I'm like, what the? I love the film. Congratulations, guys. It was excellent. And when you have a chance, when things calm down, come visit us in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Au revoir.
Yeah, all right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Okay.